at Space Jam.
You know, this is star quality.
I'm on TikTok and I'm crying.
Nell Mescal live streams films in the cinema.
You need to chill out.
This is the red carpet treatment brought to you by the Brit Awards with MasterCard. So, got a joke.
Okay.
The joke was with the assistance of AI.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Nell Mescal.
Nell Mescal who?
Nell Mescal, the singing sensation. I heard she's so talented she can hit all the high notes and make wine glasses shatter. But be careful, if you ask her to sing, she might just mescal up your eardrums.
Mescal up your eardrums? I feel like that's offensive.
You have been writing music since you were 12.
Yes.
Is that the first song? Is that how you know?
Well, I think I said 12 because it would be rogue to be like I was writing music when I was 3 or 4.
Could have been.
But I was definitely, I have videos of myself like playing on the piano and like singing and being like, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about love and I'm like, you're 4, you are in love with Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo's a niche love, right?
Yeah.
From the jump. To be fair, Lola Bunny for me, so we'll keep it.
No,
fun.
true. I'd like on the record, I did not fancy Scooby-Doo when I was 4.
Fancies Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I have loads of videos from when I was younger, but then I think the first song that I wrote that I was willing to show my family was when I was 12.
So 4.
Yes,
You've been writing
4.
music since you were 4. You've got an incredible list of artists that you've supported. Haim,
Yes.
Dermot Kennedy, Florence and the Machine, Last Dinner Party,
Yeah.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah.
And fans of your music, including James Bay, who we've had on this podcast, and also Jennifer Garner.
Queen.
Not just the Queen, TikTok Queen.
When I got told that Jennifer Garner reposted me, it was an excited mum running into my room going, oh my God, you will not believe it. And I'm going, what happened? Like, what happened? And she goes, Jennifer Garner reposted you. And I start crying for some reason. Like, I love Jennifer Garner, Queen,
Hollywood
like 13
star.
going on 30. Come on, let's be real. But I didn't realize it was going to affect me. I took the day off school. I was like, this is so exciting.
You took a day off school
Yeah.
because of a cosign.
Because someone reposted me on their story because I was like,
Interesting.
I have too much adrenaline. I can't go to school.
An important part of your music career has obviously been your fan base, which
Yes.
is an interesting topic nowadays because I came into the music scene pre-TikTok.
Yeah.
I was also pre-Instagram.
Okay.
Is that crazy?
So you're cooler than me is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying it wasn't even an option. We
Yeah,
were
that's
Twitter
crazy.
only, man.
I got into Twitter way after, but only to post about Gilmore Girls. And that's how I started posting on TikTok.
Gilmore Girls is so dry, bro.
I have to go.
Gilmore
I actually have to go. I can't sit here. So I was posting only about TV shows I liked because I was too embarrassed to show my music. I've never really had a huge viral moment on TikTok. I kind of just post and hope for the best. But I think what people want to see is real life people talking about real life things that affect them and what they enjoy. So like movies and film and TV, and that's like I'm made up of all these things that I absolutely adore. And so getting to talk about that with my music in context, like I just post videos with scenes from TV shows or movies that I'm like, I love it. And this reminds me of a part of a song I wrote. And it resonates
That's
with
cool.
people. Because it resonates because people are going, oh my God, I love these two characters.
See, you already naturally have that concept in your mind of
I know, but it
merging
takes a
music and the
while because a
marketing.
lot of people do it. But I do think that probably works best for me because I'm showing my personality a little bit rather than just me going, I'm wearing a nice lip gloss today and I look cute. Here's my song about trauma.
Yeah.
When I moved to London, I had no friends. And it was kind of iconic because I would go to the cinema or I'd be on TikTok.
On
Live.
your ones?
Yeah,
Best-
all the
best
time.
thing ever.
Yeah, I've did it multiple times last
Sweet
week.
and salty or just sweet or just salty?
Sweet and salty.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
There
with
we are.
like some sort of
Good.
chocolate in the mix.
In the popcorn.
Yeah.
Continue.
So anyway, I would go live on TikTok all the time. And it started off with like 5 people.
In the cinema, that's illegal.
No.
You love stuff like
I'd
this,
go
don't
to
you?
the cinema. Yeah. I would go to the cinema and come back and just talk about the movie.
Nell Mescal live streams films in the cinema.
Yeah.
You would live stream
assuming-
about reviews.
I would just talk about it.
So you're
Like,
actually a film critic.
no, it was more so that I was like, I had no friend. Like it's quite sad, but
You had
it's
no
like
friends?
I had no friends. So I was like, I'll go to the cinema because I moved away from home and like
Your fans are your friends.
my fans are my friends, and that's true. But I also was just on live, and there'd be 2 people on it, and then it grew, and now it's like I'll go on live, and there's a few hundred people, which is like so exciting. But like you only really see it when you like play a live show. I saw for the first time people queue up for a show. And
Yeah,
I was
listen.
like, that there's nothing like that. Like it's so special.
I was going to get onto that. Playing live, massive for you.
So I grew up doing live things. Like I grew up in choirs and stuff like that. So being just online and being just a recording artist is weird for me because
Yeah.
I've always just had my voice and I used it. And so I found it really strange and so exciting when we started, like it was my project and I was playing shows and playing live. It was so daunting. But then as soon as I did my first tour, I was like, I can never not do that again. Like
Yeah.
this has to be constant in my life. And it's scary how quick it becomes so important. That you get so much adrenaline, and also just like seeing people in real life that are affected. Like there's nothing that will make me cry more like during a set when I see someone else crying during a song. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like,
But you cry over Gilmore Girls, so.
I played a
Do you cry too much, you think?
Maybe. Like, well, no, I think I cry in up to man. Like when I haven't cried in a while, I'm like, she's stunted, something's wrong.
What's
like,
a while?
Like
2 hours?
no, like if I haven't cried in like 2 days, check on me.
So you cry like 3 times a week?
More, I would say.
Minimum.
I'm on TikTok and I'm crying. Like I played a show in Dublin and genuinely I went, because I was so excited. I was like, there's so
Pull
much.
yourself together now.
No, this is my house. Get out of my house. I'm crying. Like I can't do it. It was crazy.
Did you do the gig?
I did the gig, of course.
You have
I was
to do the
crying because I
gig.
was so.
You can't cry or gig.
I was so grateful. I was like crying out of pure joy, and I just kept crying the entire. And whenever I see my mom in an audience, I'm crying. I can't.
Serious?
Yeah.
Was she a big part in your love for music?
Yeah, but my parents, both of them are like my dad plays loads of instruments and like always tried to teach me how to play an instrument. I always gave out to him. So now I'm like not very good at any of my instruments. I'm like self-teaching myself because I just would not listen to him. There's just like, I don't know. I feel like I didn't want
What, like a barrier?
No, I just didn't want to be taught. I was like, I don't want to, I'm too cool to be learning.
I see.
Like I would go to lessons as well and I'd be like, I can't do this. I don't want to. Like the pressure, I would cry. I would cry at like most piano lessons or guitar
Because
lessons.
someone was instructing you on what to do.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do
You're
it.
just a born rebel.
You know.
Yeah.
I think I gave up a lot to move to. I gave up my education to move here and like do music, but they gave it up as well because
Right.
there's such a stigma around like letting your children drop out and letting them do the thing that they want to do, especially in Ireland. I was working in a cafe and when I knew I was dropping out, I started working all the time and then I worked full time in the month before I was leaving so I could get as much money as I could. And genuinely, a parent that I had known for years came up to me and was like, so it's true then, you're just working here and then you're going to move. Do your parents not love you? And I was like, you are not getting a free Americano. Thank you very much. That didn't affect me in any way. But I'm like, my parents will have to deal with that a little bit because people will judge that like I made a choice that they were really accepting of rather than be like celebrate that like
Well, what's the acceptable choice?
to do school and be sad because I was really sad.
Do school and be sad.
Yeah, but also, and this is not me condoning dropping
That's a
out.
t-shirt.
Dropping out is like very hard and very scary, and it comes with so much other challenges. And like, I could have stayed in school, and I probably would have been fine, but I would have still done music anyway.
Your debut EP.
Sick.
Can I miss it for a minute?
Yes.
Is out now?
Yes. I'm so excited about it. The EP is kind of a concept EP about like something that happened to me and like my relationship with friends and moving away. Each song tells a different part of the story. And I feel like for me, it was important because also I wanted to let that go. I wanted to move on. And so I was like, I want to do a project that I will be happy with that's the last I write about it. Because you write about stuff for years. You like rinse every idea you have on this one thing until all of a sudden you've got something else to write about. And I was like, I have other things I want to write about, but I'm so stuck on it. So like tying up all these loose ends in my personal life, I was like, sick, this is great.
What's this a step towards? Like, what are your actual music goals, ambitions? What are you visualizing now?
What am I visualizing now? What I wanted to do with the EP was just kind of create a world that felt like me and like brought as much people as I could to like kind of be on the journey forever because I want to do music forever. So I'm like trying to set up a foundation that allows me to be touring in like 40 years. Like I want to keep going until I can't do it. I love it so much. Getting to do a project like this that I care so much about and that I put so much thought into and like worked with incredible people on, I'm like, this is exactly how I want people to see my music.
Award shows. Obviously, you have not been to the Brits.
I haven't been to the Brits. I was asked, yet. I was asked to go, but I want to go if there's a reason to go. Or like if my best friend was nominated, I'd be like, yo, I'm going.
Do you know, this is star quality from you. I'm seeing it. No, this is some boss bitch energy. I'm seeing it.
Also, it's like, I would have just been kind of sitting in the corner freaking out. You feel like an imposter even though you aren't one. Like you are doing music and you're like, I should not be here.
No, you're dressing it up as humbleness. What we all know you mean is, I ain't going to no award show unless I see my name mentioned.
Yeah.
Boosh. That's what you're saying, which is fine. And as you should, you're the comeuppance of your career, the upwards trajectory, which will obviously remain forever.
Yeah.
And you want to like ride this Gilmore Girls stan fan crying every 2 days energy until you're up for best international act. Let's go.
That's how everyone should be kind of seeing it. I did go to a party after.
Please tell me more. Who was there?
I genuinely could not tell you.
What?
I don't know. I was
You didn't
just
even
like,
see one superstar?
this is so douchey, but I feel like I don't really get starstruck by a lot of. I know when I get
love it.
starstruck.
I love. Okay, go on.
Like I've been starstruck.
If you mention one of the Gilmore Girls, we're ending
No,
this right
I haven't.
now.
No. I've never met them. I couldn't meet them.
No.
I could not meet them.
Who made you starstruck?
My favorite movie is The Worst Person in the World. I was so starstruck meeting Renata Ransva. My brother was introducing me to her at a big after party after the Oscars last year.
Sorry. After the
Oscars, yeah. After the Oscars. And
this is where you get starstruck.
I saw her and I fell to the floor. I was on the ground and I was going, you can't come near me because I'm going to cry. Emma Stone was stood directly behind me at an event recently and I couldn't
What's
turn.
an event?
At the BAFTAs. And she showed up behind me.
Oscar. What are you doing at the...
I'm just kind of chilling.
What are you doing at the BAFTAs and Oscars after...
I'm just gate crushing.
Are you at the Oscars and BAFTAs and the Oliviers because of your brother, Donica?
Yes, he's an icon in the kind of film world. No, my brother Paul, but Donica is an icon.
Paul Mescal.
It's true.
Explain.
When a man and a woman love each other and have children, sometimes there are siblings that kind of come out of that.
Right.
He's my brother.
Does he bring his whole family or is it just you? Are you his favourite?
I think I'm everyone's favorite. My dad sent in a lovely text message to the family group chat the other day, and it was a photo of my song that was playing on the radio. He said, I saw this and was reminded about how much I love my children or something, and I'm going, so you saw your favorite child do something and you said, I have to give everyone else like a compliment. I'm like, King, like I am the favorite. And my parents, both of them, they're screensavers.
Really?
And my dad's WhatsApp profile picture is me and him.
God damn.
I win every time.
How are you doing this?
I just show
Just
up.
from pure vibes.
I show up and I talk about Gilmore Girls and they say, we have to love you.
So Paul's actually inviting you just to maintain his social credibility.
Paul's inviting me so that other people go up and go, who's she?
that?
She's incredible.
Who's that?
I was lucky enough to be his actual guest because he brought mum to the Oscars, which was incredible.
Is it a wild thing to see somebody go through like an accelerated, because that was quite quick for Paul.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right.
Like it's a crazy thing to watch because also it's a crazy thing to watch because he went to college for it. Like he trained for so long. So it wasn't like an overnight thing. It was, he worked really hard at it. And so then to see it happen, it's like, you're so excited and so grateful. It's so scary because it's like someone that you love that's now on this pedestal.
Also, acting is wild.
It's wild. I feel like on the outside it looks ideal because they can hide and they don't have to post about their movie online. And it's like,
Actors don't have to be on
they don't
social
have to
media,
do that.
bro.
And that's why I find like,
Is he on social media?
he has, yeah.
He's got a Finsta.
But
oh my
he was
God.
public for a while.
What's on the Finsta?
Everyone knows about Finsta, but it's private. It's just like film photos of his favorite sibling. He had a public Instagram and like it's so
I would
stressful.
100%
Like you
come
don't
off
need
that.
to. Well, if I didn't have to have it, I would have my Finsta.
Main jealousy of acting, just generally as a career,
Yeah.
is the
The
you don't need
privacy.
to-
They can be so private.
and you have to actually be good at acting.
Yeah.
because
You
like,
said it.
in the other careers, no, seriously.
No, truly.
The social media influencers getting to the point where like people will be stealing jobs on the basis of their...
Because they have 1 million followers and they're like, well, I can write a song about something dumb.
Right? Blank checks for TikTok superstars.
That's why I don't want to do acting because I'm like, if I'm not as good as him, I will never come back from it.
Oh, wow. It's competition. This is another
No,
sibling
well,
thing.
yeah, no, we're quite like.
Yeah,
No.
but you're definitely better at singing than him.
Yeah, but he's better at guitar than me, which sucks.
That's
Like I'm like,
fuming.
you need to chill out.
Wait, does he sing with the guitar though?
Because he got into acting because he did musicals.
Okay, so check it. Have you ever seen him serenade someone?
Have I ever seen him serenade someone? I hope I never have to be subjected to my brother serenading someone.
Here's another version of you being starstruck.
Yes,
You met Louis Tomlinson when you were...
sure. Do you think that's Louis Tomlinson?
Is
Do you think that he's in my kitchen?
he
that
not?
what you-
Is he not in your...
That's a cardboard cutout, King. Look at that photo.
Can
you imagine who's in my house and I'm looking like that?
Sorry, can we do... What are
Okay,
you wearing?
Let me just see.
No, for clarity.
My Sunday best. It was a trip away with the Girl Scouts. And we had to do like these games and there were 5 cardboard cutouts of each of the One Direction squad and we could win them. And I won and there was 2 left. And it was Louis and someone else. And I said, I want Louis and I took it home.
Probably Liam.
And Maybe.
I'm just saying, if you had to pick one quickly.
Well, no, because I would have just picked Niall, because like Irish, and I would have been like, yeah.
You have to. It's obvious choice.
You have to. At that time, I'm like scream crying whenever anyone mentions One Direction. Like, I love One Direction.
Oh, you were one of them?
Yeah, that's why I was like so excited. Look how happy I am.
So you're one of these people who just screams at things?
Yeah.
Like a Superman. Like,
Yeah, no,
I've always been fascinated by you guys. All right, as we're both yappers.
Yes.
So when I talk to people,
Yeah.
they just like, they just zone out.
They're going la la la.
Do you get that?
No, people are often interested in what I have to say.
So at the end of this, we'll be able to talk about anything you want.
Ghosts, what's your opinions?
They're real, for real.
Would you want to be a ghost? Like in the afterlife, would it be ideal?
What effect could it have on the world?
I don't know, because I feel like you wouldn't be able to yap, and I feel I'm getting a sense of like to
I
yap.
feel like ghosts can whisper.
I don't want to be asleep on here. Do you want to talk about Space Jam? This is not like a ghost story, but this is just so funny. And I kind of don't want to tell it because it will ruin the game that me and my dad are playing. So my dad was like, he whispers to me and he goes, because I'm the favorite child, he was like, I've got a thing that we're going to do later. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with it. And then he goes, ever since I was like 4 or 5, I've had a gift. I start battling him as if like, I don't believe him. And I'm going, so you're saying you're Matilda? Like, be so for real, Dad. And he's going, I wouldn't say that, but I would say that I have some sort of magic. I would call it magic. That's what I would call it. But if you don't want to hear about it, I'm going, no, obviously we want to hear about it. And Danica and Paul are like on the edge. They're going, what are you talking about? Like, is this real? Because my dad was deadpan.
Deadpan, smashing it.
Yeah,
Oscar worthy.
And I'm asking him questions so he can stay in character. Because I know whatever he's about to say is bullshit.
This is where you got it from.
So then Dad goes, I can prove it. And he goes, everyone give me your glasses of water. So we line up all the water. And it's so dumb. And he goes, if you touch the glass of water, whatever one you like put your hand over, if I have my eyes closed, if I'm in a different room, I'll know which one you hovered over. Paul goes, fine, Dad, close your eyes. So Dad like puts the menu over his eyes and he's like this, we're at a restaurant. And Paul puts his hand over one of the cups. He puts his hand over this cup.
Yeah.
And Dad opens his eyes and goes, I can do it. So he puts his hand over it. And I obviously take a sip of my drink when he lands on the right one.
Yeah.
And he does it. And they're going, and then they were like, but that could have been a fluke. The boys made him do this 20 times. And
didn't notice you were sipping a cup.
They didn't notice. And they're going, oh my God. That is magic. Fully, these are grown men. Paul is 27, Danica's 24, 25. But then it gets worse. Paul goes, well, surely if Dad's magic, one of us has it as well. So then Paul goes to do it. And I shit you not, he got it every time.
No, what?
Out of nowhere, he got it.
Wait, so the moral of the story is Paul actually is magic.
But he still believes it. Like, I'm afraid for this podcast to come out because we were going to keep it going for a few years, but it's so funny.
And that is the clip that everyone will be sharing. Nell Mescal, everybody! Coming up next week on the red carpet treatment is Wes Nelson. That's an owl. That's a pigeon.